When you start falling in love in secondary school, is when depression start happening in your life. I am talking to you, young girl and young boys. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This thing is something that we parents need to start up and fight. What are the parents teaching their children? Good morning. It's your host, Pizzy Nation. On today's episode, I'll be discussing about some young girls and boys falling in love in secondary school. Can you stand breakfast? Like when a guy break your heart, can you stand it? Or you want to start creating traumas for your parents? Your age, 14 years, 13 years, you start having a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Instead of you to be studying your books, you are there falling in love in secondary school. Let's talk about this. In your age, you are in love. In your age, okay, let's put it this way. You see a girl of 16 years, you have had more than 10x in 16 years. A girl of just 16 years, you have 10x. It pains me a lot. You are sent to school to go and study your books. Instead of you to focus on your books, you are falling in love on tender age. In fact, there are many teenagers. It's even difficult for in this generation for us to have a 15 years old virgin. Like, if it's a challenge, ask your daughter that is 16 years or 15 years if she is still a virgin. Even your boys, because I know in my age, in the year 90s, when we are still 18, 17, I could remember that my mom usually say that when you are the virgin boy, that whenever you pray, that God will answer you. I don't know if parents are still teaching their children such. Because in this age, in this period of times, you find out that a girl of 15 to 16 years are no longer a virgin. So what I'm trying to say now is that what are the parents' duties? As a parent, what are you teaching your children? What are you teaching them? You're a parent in Nigeria and your child has a mobile phone and you're not going through it to check or to see the kind of people that is chatting. Do you know that your 17 years old daughter is chatting with your friend in the office? I'm talking about a man, a grown-up man with family, and he's trying to convince your 17 years old daughter to come and meet her or meet him in a hotel after school. Oh God, like you are deceiving yourself. You are thinking that you're mature, or you are giving her privacy. It's a privacy. I don't want to invade in my child privacy. Listen to me. This is your child I'm talking about. Somebody's son is telling you that he loves you. He wants to have sex with you. Don't be deceived. Do you know that girls are now disvirgin themselves? I met a girl yesterday and I was talking to her. I said, who disvirgin you? She said, I disvirgin myself. I said, how? What? How did you disvirgin yourself? She said, she just disvirgin herself with Tudu. And I was, how old are you? She said, I am 16 years. What the fuck? Do you think that God will forgive us? I don't think so. But let's pray for grace. That is why I'm fighting against the law of falling in love or being in a relationship in secondary school. If it is a beautiful thing to fall in love in secondary school, I would have approved it. But I have seen a lot of complaining. I have seen a lot of things. I have seen a lot of young girls. Their life damages, their futures, their dreams, their visions got spoiled because they fall in love on the wrong hand. They fall in love in secondary school. So it's better every parent start working on your child. Start working, start telling them, start teaching them to concentrate on their books. God, I could remember one of my classmates back then in 2003. He was in love. Today, let me not tell you, he's poor. He's poor. Why did I say that he's poor? Like among all the whole students, our classmates then, everybody is doing well. But because he impregnated a JSS3 student then, and he was forced to marry her. Today, it's not living comfortable. Most of us are graduates, enjoying life, living fine. And he's in the village, farming. Although I could not say that farming is bad thing. No, it's not. But the farming I'm talking about is farming of hardship. So, will you put yourself in such condition? Simple because your tender feelings is disturbing you. Instead of you to concentrate, stop. Stop. I don't want to repeat this podcast again based on students because this have bring a lot of damages. It have bring a lot of disappointment to parents, a lot of shames to families. I don't know who is teaching teenagers. Do you even know what is love? You are in love, you are in love. And you are damaging your fucking future, saying that you are in love. Ask your parents what love is all about. Love is not sex. Sex is never love. Sex is just a pleasure that humans have or had in order to satisfy their sexual urge. And it's not advisable for teenagers. So you having it, you are trying to damage yourself. If someone is telling you that he loves you or her or she loves you or he loves you, sex is never an option. If someone wants to be your friend, it doesn't matter that the person must ask you out first. It can be your friend. You people can be friends. Chat, laugh, create ideas. It's not all about dating. And those of you that say that we are dating, we are just dating, we're not doing anything. Come here. You're not doing anything. You're just telling your parents, but you're not telling me. You're having sex. If you check what is happening in these societies, you find out that most people that commit suicide are committing suicide because of boys or girls. And you find out that a child of 14 to 15 or 16 years is not happily, or is happy, or is not happy. It's because of a boy or a girl. So, what is now the duty of parents? The word is finished. I'm traumatized. Is it traumatized or traumatized? How do they speak it? But all on all, it's still the same thing. This is what I'm saying this morning. Have you ever seen someone that is driving trailer, also driving limousine together? You can only drive one thing. You cannot drive ship and drive aeroplane. Don't be shocked. Most of your 70 years old daughters have done abortion 2 to 3 to 4 times. And if you think who did it, most times it's even their teachers. But because you are leaving them, you're just leaving them, you're giving them privacy. And the privacy is privacy. It's finished. Start now. Start now. It's not too late. Before everywhere will damage. Unless you don't want to have a generation. Unless you don't want to have a generation. Those of you that believe that when you start taking your child to church or start being Christian, or when you are a Christian and you always pray and other things, that your child is not corrupt, do you know that their private sectors, their private apps are full with porn? Your Christian daughters and son are watching porn. They are watching porn to learn different styles. The sons of men are suffering. Parents are the problems that we have in Africa. Start now. You feel like you want to love, or you want someone to love you, and you're already grown up. You have come to a stage where you know that this is bad and this is not bad. That you can control your emotional, you can control your mental head, you can control a lot of things. Then you are free to fall in love. Shout out for girls who maintain themselves and keep themselves holy, or keep their virginity till they get married. It's a privilege. Like, it's a blessing for yourself, not for anybody. Like, it's something that we all should be proud of. For watch in the society today, the girls that are falling victim of ritualists, the ones they use for rituals, are the girls that easily fall in love. Maybe they are easily fall in love on material things, or they be misled by money. And all those things start from when the child is always falling, being a victim in secondary school. That is why I'm saying that every child, as far as you are still in secondary school, you should never be in a relationship. If you have not subscribed to iBox Studio Production, you are missing. We have a lot of things to give out. Make sure that you subscribe to iBox Studio Production. From there, we'll tell a lot of stories. Thank you. Next episode, you can follow me on PZ TV, on TikTok. You can follow me on PZ Nation on Instagram. You can watch every fucking thing you heard today on iBox Studio Production on YouTube. Next episode, we'll talk more. Thank you.